Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Almost Functional 40K. Here with Grotmas Day 4. We're going to be over the Thousand Suns Hexwarp Thrallband. So, that being said, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. So, Hexwarp Thrallband, their detachment role is Flow of Magic. Certain areas of the battlefield are within your army's flow of magic as follows. Your deployment zone is always within your army's flow of magic. At the start of any phase, if you control at least half the objective markers within No Man's Land, until the end of the phase, No Man's Land is within your army's flow of magic. And then at the start of any phase, if you control at least half the objective markers within your opponent's deployment zone, until the end of the phase, your opponent's deployment zone is within your army's flow of magic. So kind of similar to the Demons Shadows thing. So you're going to get buffs to certain things if you're in these. Each time a Thousand Suns model from your army makes a psychic test, reroll a wound roll of 1. If such a model is wholly within your army's flow of magic, each time it takes a psychic test, add 1 to the wound roll instead. So not in addition. So basically, you swap out reroll 1 to wound for +1 to wound if you're in the flow of magic. Then our enhancements are Arcane Might. 1,000 Suns model only. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of psychic weapons equipped by models in the bearer's unit. While the bearer's unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, add 2 to the strength characteristic of psychic weapons equipped by models in that unit instead. Then we have Empowered Manifestation. 1,000 Suns model only. While the bearer's unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, add 6 inches to the range of psychic abilities the bearer has that specify a range, including rituals. Each time a model in the bearer's unit takes a hazardous test for a psychic weapon, you can reroll the result. Empiric Onslaught. 1,000 Suns model only. While the bearer's unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, add 3 to the attack's characteristic of ranged psychic weapons equipped by the bearer. And then Noctilith Mantle. 1,000 Suns model only. While the bearer's unit is on the battlefield, if it is wholly within your army's flow of magic, models in that unit cannot be selected to use any rituals. All right. None of these seem super strong. They all rely mostly on your flow of magic. But I could be wrong. Adding the psychic weapon one, where you increase the strength, that could be good. And then the plus range, those are solid, I think. 25 points to give 3 attacks to just the character. Depending on what you're doing, that might be all right, but it's 25 points. Then we got the stratagems. We've got Warding Hex. Command phase, 1,000 Sun Psyker unit from your army within range of an objective marker you control. If that objective marker is wholly within your army's flow of magic, that objective marker remains under your control until your opponent's level of control over that objective marker is greater than yours at the end of a phase. So you can sticky objective stuff in your flow of magic, which you can pretty much auto do early on your one in your home in your deployment zone, but you have to control half or more of the ones in the middle to start doing it there. Then we got Through the Veil, start of the reinforcement step of your movement phase. One Rubric Marine or Scarab Occult Terminator unit from your army that is in strategic reserve. If it's a Rubric Marine unit until the end of the phase, it has Deep Strike ability. When your unit is set up on the battlefield using the Deep Strike ability, if it is Scarab Occult Terminator unit, it can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is wholly within your army's flow of magic and more than 6 inches horizontally away from all enemy models. If a Scarab Occult Terminator unit is targeted with a stratagem and is not eligible to declare a charge in the same turn. All right, so let's use Deep Strike Rubrics, which I think is pretty good. And then if you have flow of magic up in an area, you can 6-inch Deep Strike your Terminators, but not charge. That seems like a really useful strat. Wrath of the Doomed. Fight phase, just after any unit has selected its targets. 1,000 Suns unit from your army that is selected as the target of one or more of the attacking unit's attacks. Until the end of the phase, each time a model unit is destroyed, if that model has not fought this phase, roll 1d6, adding 1 to the result if your unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic. On a 4+, do not remove it from play. The destroyed model can fight after the attacking unit has finished making its attacks, and then is then removed from play. All right, just fight on death. It becomes 4 becomes a 3-up if you're in your flow of magic. And we got Scouring Warp Flame. Your shooting phase. 1,000 Sun Psyker unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase and is wholly within your army's flow of magic. At the end of this phase, ranged weapons equipped on models in your unit have ignores cover ability. After the unit has shot this phase, select one enemy unit hit by one or more of those attacks. Until the end of the phase, models in that unit cannot have the benefit of cover. All right, so just you ignore cover and you can strip cover for other stuff. That seems pretty good. Strands of Time. Your movement phase just after 1,000 Sun Psyker unit from your army falls back. That's 1,000 Sun Psyker unit. The other turn, your unit is eligible to shoot or declare a charge in a turn in which it fell back. If your unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, when it's targeted with a strat, then in turn it is eligible to shoot and declare a charge. All right, so if you're not in your flow of magic, you can fall back and choose to either shoot or charge. But if you're in your flow of magic, you can do both. Okay. That's the first time I've ever seen something where you can choose. Normally, they either tell you can fall back and shoot or tell you can fall back and charge. It's interesting that they give you the option. Then we have Kaleidoscopic Tempest. Your opponent's shooting phase just after enemy unit has selected its targets. 1,000 Sun Psyker unit from your army that has selected as the target of one or more of the attacking unit's attacks. Until the end of the phase, your unit has the stealth ability, and if your unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, each time an attack targets your unit has the benefit of cover against that attack. So this attachment doesn't wow me. It's a lot of small buffs that may be stacked together, which I think Thousand Suns were kind of like the synergistic army anyway. So if you work out the synergies with this, it might be good. I'm not sure. I'm not nearly as pressed with it as I was with the Tyranid one. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything because I'm not a super great Thousand Suns. Haven't played them in probably 2 editions. So this may end up being good. I actually have no clue. So if you guys get some games in with this, please let us know how it goes for you, what you find the strengths and or weaknesses of this are. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow morning with the next attachment.